What's up, Wizards? It's Dev, SBMTG, and I got some Dank that's Jank for you today. I just did like a half-hour Twitter poll because I didn't know which deck I wanted to do for Dank Jank. I was in that position again, and we got like a little over 100 votes, and Better Mtg won with like 27.4%. The next two decks were tied at like 24.5%, so it was like super close. And I think this poll was determined by like 3 votes. But end of the day, it looked like Rakdos Damage Pile was going to win for a long time there. But Better Mtg came from behind at the end. And I'm kind of happy because I like this deck a good bit. There's a lot of cool stuff that it does. But basically, if you couldn't tell, we're just trying to win off of Griffin Aerie when at all possible. And we had a lot of stuff in this deck that gains 3 life. I mean, the stuff that you're used to, like Charming Prince, Revitalize, we've covered these in deck techs. But I really wanted to play Griffin Aerie alongside Gilded Goose. I really wanted to do that because for effectively 4 mana a turn in the late game, we can guarantee that we get at least one 2/2 flyer. If we have more Griffin Aeries out, then of course we get more. But I really like the idea of Gilded Goose plus Griffin Aerie. I think that was a cool idea, and in testing so far, it's been actually really sweet. We do have Speaker of the Heavens in this deck too as another kind of life game payoff, but we're playing a lot of, you know, shocklands and whatnot, so we just don't proc Aerie or Speaker as much as I want to. So I'm only running the 3 copies. Aside from that, we've got stuff that also made me want to play Griffin Aerie and Bant, like Knight of Autumn and Uro, which are both like awesome turn 3 follow-ups to a turn 2 Griffin Aerie. So this is one of the big like reasons I wanted to play the Bant deck, is mostly because of these 2 cards, Knight of Autumn and Uro, but also Gilded Goose. There's plenty of reasons to want to play green, and in Euro's case, blue in your deck. But Euro's the actually only blue card in the entire deck here. I didn't want to focus too much on blue. Blue doesn't gain much life. This is mostly Selesnya, but Uro makes a guest appearance. But we have to have at least the 2 blue to escape it, so there's a fair number of blue sources in the mana base. Aside from that, a Johnny Strength of the Pride in the 4-drop slot, pretty obvious, right? I don't know that we need to play 3 copies of this, but I do like that it makes Pride Mates, gains life sometimes, and there's a fair number of creatures in the deck too, so it can proc Griffin Aerie just by using its +1. And that makes its +1 way better because it effectively generates a creature, which is good. A Johnny the Great-Hearted also in here. I wanted to try this out. It's been okay so far. Plus wanting to guarantee a Griffin is pretty nice. Plus giving all your guys Vigilance is okay. There's a bunch of creatures in this deck. And then, of course, if you want to, putting extra loyalty on a Johnny or like +1/+1 counters on your creatures is pretty sweet too. I've got 1 copy of Kenrith in here for some reasons. You know, Heliod and Kenrith are both one-ofs that could probably be better slotted as like creature removal. Maybe Fate's Fetters even. Just something else that gains life would be nice. But also creature removal. That's why I say Fate's Fetters, in case you have no idea what that card is, because to some people it's brand new. This is actually quite an old card, but Fate's Fetters just got reprinted in M21, and you gain 4 life when it ETBs, and it's basically a pacifism for whatever permanent you put it on. Actually, it's more than that, because they also can't activate their abilities. So you put on Planeswalkers, and they can't do anything. So I was thinking Fate's Fetters, but part of Dank Jank is to try out like interesting, fun one-ofs and the big splashy cards and stuff, rather than what's probably more advisable. So instead, I went with my big splashy one-ofs like Heliod, which obviously can make our creatures bigger as the game goes on. But I don't think we need Heliod too much, so just the 1 copy. Same thing with Kenrith. It costs a little bit too much, and it doesn't do all the things that we want, but what it can do is obviously gain us 5 life. That procs Griffin Aerie. That makes Speaker of the Heavens a lot easier to tap for creatures. So I wanted the 1 copy of Kenrith, but it also makes your creatures bigger if you've got enough green mana. And late in the game, you should have enough green mana to either make like Griffins big, or you can put them on the Angels that you get from Speaker of the Heavens to make them like 5/5 or 6/6. Even putting counters on like a Gilded Goose has mattered in a few games. You make a Gilded Goose like a 3/3, and suddenly it's not bad. But yeah, that's basically the deck aside from Tolsimir, Friend of Wolves, which has not been as good as I wanted it to be honest. A lot of times this does not take out the most consequential creature on the battlefield, but it at least leaves 1 creature behind. It gains you the 3 life, so even if you lose your wolf to fighting, you still get, you know, Griffin at the end of the turn, or 2, you know, depending on how many Aeries you have out. So I wanted to play Tolsimir here, and it hasn't been as impressive as I wanted it to be, but it's, you know, it's still worth slots in the deck, I think. And aside from that, I guess the only thing I wanted to point out in the mana base is the Fabled Passage. This is just to make the Uro a little bit easier to escape. by putting extra cards in our yard. And it also makes it to where we can go get the blue mana that we need to both cast and escape Uro a little bit more easy. So that's pretty much the deck tech here. Just, you know, Griffin Aerie and Speaker of the Heavens and a bunch of cards that gain a bunch of life. So it's not like anything, it's not like it's nothing you haven't seen before or whatever, but I just haven't seen too many people pair Griffin Aerie with, you know, Uro. Oh, I just got my connection just... Ooh, just cut out. Let's see what that's all about, everybody. I'll be right back and let's play some games. All right, we got one here. We're up against Shadows 666. What an edgy name. And I've actually already played a game, but it was against someone who literally just wasted my time for 15 minutes. Rope after rope after rope, and then like right before their rope would run out, they would play a card. So yeah, I'm not gonna put you in the video. Not like you care. I have a theory that that's actually something people do because they recognize my name and they don't want to be in the video. Either that or they just want to annoy me because they know what's going on. So that could also be it. Do I want to take the other two here to play Charming Prince? I could just play Tap Tipple Garden and another Gilded Goose, which is probably what I actually want to do. I think that's better. Might want to save the Charming Prince to flicker the Autumn and Uro at some point in this game. No attacks, and I won't waste one of the foods on another Charming Prince, which honestly might be a good play, but I'm not going to do it. Playing against Simic here, so it's either a Flash deck or an Ugin deck, based on experience. Our turn, we get a Johnny, which we can go ahead and play. That's something, I guess. Opponent very likely can't counter either. We can also play a Autumn and Uro. We can play a Uro. There's so much to do this turn. I actually kind of want to play this with Johnny while opponent is still tapped out. Kind of want to do that. Yeah, let's do it. I mean, they're not tapped out, but there's no way they can counter this with Johnny. So, let's do it. Let's sack the food. Get a Johnny down. Let's go ahead and -2 the Johnny. And swing in. Not a terrible start. Not a terrible start. We don't have an Aerie, which kind of sucks, but at least our deck is doing stuff without the Aerie, right? That's kind of cool. Opponent on Bant, so I wonder if we'll get it to Fairy this turn. No, it's a Baron. Still pretty crappy. Pretty crappy. Alright, we get another land, which is good. But I don't know that I want to go to like 14 this turn. Well, maybe I do. Because I'll go back up. Because I can just play Autumn and Uro here. Let's do it. Let's play Autumn and Uro to kill the Baron. And that'll leave us with a whole lot of board presence. And we can swing. They're only at 18 here. They might be able to play a Shatter, and that would kind of suck. But at least we have backup Uro, which we can cast eventually. Another Baron. That's cute. They're going to return the Wolf. Yep. That is just straight up creature removal right there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Opponent's still tapped out. So I guess we can just thank them for refreshing our Johnny. Yeah. I was thinking about playing Charming Prince here. But instead, I think I'd rather just bowl over the Baron. Yep. They block, but they still take 4 here, down to 14. At this point, again, I would have a problem with the Shatter of the Sky, but it wouldn't be the worst thing that ever happened. It's a Fairy. Nice. Draw, discard. What do you dump here? What do you dump? I want to know more about your deck. They've been a Fabled Passage, which really doesn't give us a whole lot of info. At this point, I could go up to 20... Huh. Man. I have to attack down the Teferi entirely this turn. To actually kill it. Because they could phase. But let's see here. I could go to 20 off of Johnny, 23 off of Prince, 26 off of Uro, and almost be able to tap this Speaker. Almost. I should tell them what we're thinking. Well, let's go ahead and minus the Ajani. I think that's probably just probably the better way to go about things. And then we'll swing down this Teferi. I'll actually deal 3 to you. That way, if they phase the Tolsimir out, they still die to the Gilded Goose. I think that's the best way to play things here. I'm going to phase out the Gilded Goose that's attacking them. And we'll Uro. I don't know if I should have main phased Uro. Breeding Pool comes down, tapped. I don't know that I want to play any more creatures this turn. I'm smelling Shadow the Sky. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14. But we can't play both this turn. I don't love it. I don't love it. Loaming Shaman. Something you don't see every day. But they'll get all their really good cards that they played this game back into their library. Oh, those are very good cards. All of them. Now you got a blocker. Ooh, a Neoform. What's it going to be? What are you getting? It's going to be a Vanifar? It's really hard to guess. Aw, come on. I want to see what your deck does. That was a fun game, but a good one too. We didn't get Aerie that game, but we still showed that the deck does stuff if it doesn't get Aerie. Alright, so opponent goes first, and our lands don't look great here against Meister Yoda 900. It's funny. But we do have a Griffin Aerie that we can play on turn 2. We can. I really would like another land. I guess one upside to this... Oh, God. It's black-red. One upside to this is that we don't have to actually take any damage. Well, I'm not so sure now. So I'm going to Hallowed Fountain turn 1. I'm going to do it. We drew it. Let's do it. Hopefully we'll draw another land to where this Fabled Passage doesn't have to come down tapped. But either way. Or you know what I mean. We'll go ahead and Speaker. And again, Speaker off of Shockland doesn't feel great. It's like having to get to 29. But that's okay. Opponent on a slow start here, too, with 2 Temples. Ooh, neat. We get another Speaker of the Heavens. I'll Griffin Aerie. Go ahead and get that plan in motion. An attack. I really want another land. Either that or a Charming Prince or a Vitalize. Either a land or a 2-mana gain 3 life thing. Here comes Theater of Horrors. Well, we got a land, so that's great. Oh, but is our connection done? Okay, thank God. Actually, let's blow up Theater of Horrors. Let's do it. Because next turn we'll get the Ajani, we'll start gaining life. It'll be okay. But their deck obviously does something with Theater, so let's not let them do that thing. Let's get in. We're back up to 20. That's not bad. Griffin Aerie has not procced yet, but it will. It will very, very soon. And then we'll maybe start being able to get stuff off of Speaker here. Savage Gorger. The beginning of your end step of an opponent. Yeah, I knew that. I knew what that did. We get another land. Cool. Probably should have gone ahead and played Passage there, but oh well. Let's gain 3. See if they want to trade. Get a Griff. Okay. Okay. So this is a great position, if you can't tell. This is a wonderful position. Where they're going to hit the Griffin for 2. Well, oh, they're going to kill the Speaker? Yeah, that makes more sense. That's okay. We got another Speaker. Makes sense. They'd be a little afraid of that. Savage Gorger is going to get a +1/+1 counter here at the end of our turn, or into their turn. Makes it a little bigger. You're going to kill the, yeah, they're going to kill the Griffin. Cool. Swing in at the Ajani, maybe? Do it. I don't care. I got another Ajani in my hand. Just cocked and loaded, son. Comes Speaker of the Heavens. Fabled Passage. We got to stop drawing lands at this point. Let's gain the 3. And say go. We're at 24, so we're gonna probably take some damage this turn. Rakdos Firewheeler. We will definitely take some damage this turn. Firewheeler is really, really good in this situation. Like, really unbelievably good in this situation. But, literally no one plays that card. But, you know, that's how Arena works. It's like they have a deck that's very, very good against, their one card that no one ever plays is very good against our deck, so Arena makes sure that we play against them. Come on, let's go. There we are. Now what I can do, honestly, which might not be a bad play here, is to go ahead and plus this Ajani and then play the other Ajani. It could be a play. Guess we need another blue. Charming Prince. Sweet. So we can plus this Ajani. And then we can Charming Prince. It's a little bit better in terms of our board state. Gain the 3. Tap Speaker. Play Breeding Pool tapped. Although if we play it untapped, no, let's not do that. Get a 2/2. Okay. So sweet board presence right here. That was a good turn. That was a good turn. As long as we keep this Ajani around, it basically guarantees a Griffin every turn. I don't think they can do anything about Aerie, really. Coming all the way in on a big boy Ajani. Not coming with the Savage Gorger. I'm a little surprised by that. Double block the Rakdos Firewheeler here. Let Ajani take 2. Seems good. Seems good enough for me. They only have one card left in their hand. Same for us. But board state's going to look a little bit different here. Alright, they want to draw. That leaves them with 2 mana left. 3. Might be able to cast whatever this is. Wonder what it is. Light up the stage. No mana left, but they did get a Acrobat. Interesting. Well, we get another Griffin Aerie. That's really good. Let's plus the Ajani. Let's tap Speaker. And again, I think we're in a great position here. Gorger's going to keep getting bigger, and that's going to start sucking eventually. But it's not a big deal. We'll get 2 Griffins here. This is where the deck is just rocking and rolling. I think we might have them, but they have a Castle Lockdown and a ton of mana. So, don't count them out. We'll draw. They only have 1 mana left after the draw. But they can use that mana to give Acrobat Death Touch, but not a big deal. Gonna come in. Is it to any target? To creature or planeswalker? Make their Savage Gorger a little bit bigger. I'm fine with losing these Griffins because we'll get them back. It's not a big deal. We've got time. We've got all the time in the world. Kill that Speaker. That's fine. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. It's like Griffin Aerie is actually just as important at this point. Put a +1/+1 counter on everything. Charming Prince. Yeah. Charming Prince. Opponent's looking at that like, dang it. We could deal 10 damage to our opponent this turn if we wanted to by playing another Ajani. But, I mean, let's just stretch it out over 2 turns. Let's just do that instead. Let's gain the 3. Proc our Aries. Aries looking like a pretty good card this game. Come on. Oh, you're doing the thing. Okay, they're good gaming us. That's why they took an extra second. Sorry, opponent. I just dealt with someone that was doing the thing and roping on purpose because they were salty. So I assumed the worst of you. I apologize. Anyway, that was a good game. That shows exactly what the deck is supposed to do. Aside from the first game, which showed what the deck can do if it doesn't get the Aerie. But that time we did get the Aerie. So good stuff. Let's go at least one more. All right, we're up first here, amazingly, against Augustin 4. With an Aerie in our hand, mana to cast it, but really not the mana to cast too much else. So we'll go for it. We'll try it. We at least can get one Griffin off of a Revitalize, so I guess that's fine. Getting all this stuff that we do not need. It's Aerie. So we need a green source. That's a burglar rat. Let's get rid of a Uro. Seems like the right idea. We get another Aerie. Let's do it. Why not? Let's play the Aerie and say go, which isn't good. But I guess we cast this Revitalize. Maybe we'll draw into a land and we'll get a couple of Griffins. So could be worse, right? Elspeth's Nightmare. I guess that's good that didn't happen. You know, while we had a creature out. We get another Revitalize. Sweet. Let's play this one. It's not a land. Man. Sometimes when Arena just resolves to not give you lands, you're not getting them, son. You know? It feels that way sometimes. There have been games where I've gone 10, 12 cards deep into my library and not drawn the third land. I really think it's just like you're on some sort of... I don't really think this, but, you know, facetiously I will say. It seems like you're on some kind of clock where like every few games are like, oh, you haven't absolutely gotten 0 lands in a few games. Let's make sure that happens to you. So this isn't the land we wanted. They took the Revitalize out of our hand like a couple of geniuses. It's really, really good on you there, opponent. They go down to 18. Going to exile our yard. So there goes a Uro. And they're going to get an Ajani out of our hand. And if we draw a land, Ajani might start being like really good next turn. But I doubt we're going to draw a land. But I have to say that because usually Arena does the opposite of whatever I say. So we won't draw a land this turn. Guaranteed. Here comes Drill Bit. There's the other Ajani. Oh no, they took the Uro because they want to. Okay, they want to exile it next turn. It's very clever. Clever girl. Another Drill Bit. Bravo, opponent. Alright, we get a speaker down at least. Can we win this game, Mana Screwed? Can we do it? Probably not. Opponent still has 4 cards in their hand. That's a lot. We have 1 because they keep casting 1-for-1 discard removal. Even though they're casting 1-for-1 discard removal, they still have an awful lot more cards in their hand than we do. Which is a feel bad. That's such a feel bad. Come on. Come on. Just draw the green source. I'll be so happy if you just draw the green source. Libation. Whoo, you thought of everything, didn't you, opponent? Wow. Jeez. I'm telling you, Arena makes sure sometimes that you play against the cards that are bad against you, even if they're cards literally nobody plays. I know someone in the comments section is going to be like, oh, I play Farika's Libation. Yeah, go through the MTGO League results, go through, you know, the best decks and all that. No one plays Farika's Libation for real. Just you and this person. We still didn't get a green source, but we did get a card that requires green mana. Because, you know, Arena. Let's go. Let's just try to take this one Griffin token all the way. We can do it. We can build it. Yes, we can. Alright, so they have creature removal. It's a Murderous Rider. When they play the Murderous Rider and start attacking with it, it more or less cancels out our Griffin Aerie, so say goodbye to winning that way. Get in for one. Draw another Gilded Goose! Man, sometimes all you can do is laugh, right? Sometimes all you can do is laugh. Alright, 15 cards into our library. We have seen 3 lands. All of them white sources. Not a single green source. Our opponent has 7 lands. Which maybe I should be, you know, sorry for them. Because they apparently are drawing a buttload of lands. So, you know. I'm going to go back down to 10, but that's okay. Because they'll go back up to 12 in this never-ending dance that we're doing. It will end eventually. Is your 1-card creature removal? Is it? Is it? It is. It's another Murderous Rider. How convenient. Alright, so even if we get this Knight of Autumn down, it's gonna be difficult to win this game. Very, very, very difficult. Here comes the other rider on the storm. Do-do-do-do-do. Bom-bom-bom-bom-bom. If you draw this effing land, I'll be so frickin' glad. Farika's Libation. We draw the green source. Oh, that's so funny. Oh my god, it's hilarious. That's great. Good one. Good one. Okay. They still have 5 mana after they activate Castle Lochthwain, so they get a Fin Lurker. We will get rid of a Goose. That's so good. Oh man, what do you do about that? Here comes another Night of Autumn. We can cast it. That's cool. Make him big. Make him a big boy. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Draw this 5th mana for the Kenrith. Do it. Draw the 5th mana for the Kenrith. Do it. Oh, man. Let's hold on, everybody. We can do it. We can do it. They draw blank this turn. They bricked. But they can, obviously, activate Castle Lochthwain. And they still have all of the mana to cast any spell in their deck. Opponent is at 10. Opponent is, in fact, at 10. They're coming in. We got to let them 7, 8, 9, 10. So they actually can, if they spend all their mana, they could kill this Night of Autumn. Actually, they don't have to spend all of their mana. They can have that much left. They can still activate Castle Lochthwain. Amazing. We get a Speaker of the Heavens, so we can Speaker, and we can Goose, and we can even sacrifice the mana, or sacrifice the food. But I might not want to do that. What I think I'd rather do is just wait, and next turn we can definitely cast Kenrith if we keep this food and this Goose around. They draw blank, but drawing blank really doesn't matter for them right now. They have Lochthwains, but they don't want to activate them. Some kind of creature removal, I bet. Well, my life total matters a little bit right now, so I'm going to play this tapped. And then play Kenrith with the Goose. And if Goose sticks around, we can always, you know, make life off of it. So, here comes Kenrith. You just need to hang out for like 1 turn, Kenrith. Can you do that for me? Alright, opponent decides it's worth losing some life to kill this Kenrith. Which is the correct calculation, I think. You don't want us gaining a bunch of life. Especially if we get another land next turn, we can just gain 10 life. Massacre, girl! Oh my god. Great play. Excellent play. Yep. You can kill the Kenrith. Yeah, come on. Massacre, girl. Massacre Goyle. And we got nothing against this. As far as I know, we got nothing. So I might as well tell the opponent good game, but I do want to draw this card. Liliana, nice. Get a Liliana. We get a Charming Prince. Let's take the Scries just to see what's up. Lands and Aries, which mean nothing. Well, let's get game our opponent. Massacre Girl won them that game when things are starting to look bleak here. Man, we almost had that one, but Massacre Girl, just too good. It's proven on too many occasions that it's too good of a card. Ban Massacre Girl. Don't do that. Don't do that. Nobody actually really plays Massacre Girl, but you probably should. Let me throw that out there. Let's get to one more. All right, maybe last one here against Pochi. We've just come off a game against a mono-black discard / control thing where Massacre Girl just pummeled us into submission. But this game, do I want Gilded Goose turn 1? We get to go first. It's interesting that I lose the games where we go first. Yeah, I think I do want turn 1 Goose here. That'll be best for our curve. But then I can Revitalize next turn. That'll also cost us life. We can go back up to 19 with a Revitalize. Oh, a 10 streak. Come on. Why are you playing mono red and unranked? There is literally no reason to do that. I just don't get it. I really don't. But let's Temple. Yeah, let's Temple a plenty. Keep the Uro on top. I'd like that. Attacks in turn. See what our opponent's got. We are life gain. That might be good, right? Against mono red. We'll see. Dance it up. We'll take our damage. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Now, do I want to Uro this turn, or do I just want to, like, not take damage and revitalize? It's a tough choice. Tough choice. Neither one really affects the board, but at least Uro will ramp us. So there is that. Excuse me. Why did I hiccup just now? Maybe it's this citrus drop. I am popping the drop. The drink of choice today. That's probably what it is. This is a tough decision. I think I do want Uro this turn. Let's make it happen, Captain. Go back up to 18, draw our card, gain our life, get land down. It's all good. Get a Gilded Goose, which is really sweet, actually. That is pretty nice, because I can pop this for a green source, which I kind of want anyway. Because eventually we can get back our Uro. And green source helps do that a lot. Play the other goose. Not a bad turn, all things considered. 18. We're still going to be taking damage from this 10 street, but oh well. Next turn we can Tolsimir, and that'll actually be great. Yeah, Legion Warboss. Good. 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 Let's block this 1/1 here. Hey, another Tolsimir. Sweet. It's worth tapping a goose and sacking a food. Let's fight the war boss, gain our 3 life, keep a wolf out. Everything's looking good. So maybe this is okay against mono red. We'll have to see though. I mean, we haven't run into Anax or Embercleave yet. Like those are the cards I'm really worried about. Torbrand, because we just have no real way of like removing them. So that can be an issue. Flame Spill, whatever. That just means we get to play another Tolsimir, like, consequence-free, guilt-free next turn. Bangs in, we're at 19. Tolsimir the correct play? Or is it like Heliod Charming Prince? I think I'll do that. Let's go Heliod, Charming Prince, Auto Pay, and I know that this keeps us from getting a Tolsimir until we get another land, but I'm not too worried about it. I'd rather, let's see. I'm gonna put a counter on this wolf. I was thinking about putting a counter on Goose so it can effectively attack and much more effectively block, but oh, they have Lava Coil. I really didn't expect you to have Lava Coil. I just expected to be able to block a Torbrand and trade with it. So that kind of sucks, but we're not really taking that much damage right now. Get a Knight of Autumn. I'll Revitalize to draw the card. Yep, it's another land. That's exactly what I wanted. Guess I will put a counter on a Goose. And then we'll play this other land, Knight of Autumn. And make that Knight of Autumn big. I think I'd rather have that than the life at this point. Although the life could have made something bigger. I'm just not that worried about it. Sure. Swing in and deal our first point of damage. Rambo. First blood. And then maybe if we have nothing else to do, I mean, we can always just cast Tolsimir next turn. But I could also start giving creatures lifelink. A Terror of the Peaks. Oh. Terror of the Peaks. That's not something I expected to see in this deck. At all. Let's say that we're thinking. Four cards in our yard. Alright, let's Tulsi. Tulsi Gabbard. Kill this 10 street. Gain the life. And put that on a Knight of Autumn. I was also considering putting it on the Tolsimir. I want big creatures to give lifelink to. So I think the lifelink on Heliod might actually win us this game. What are you? Spell Eater Wolverine. Spell Eater Wolverine has double strike as long as there are 3 or more instant and or sorcery cards in your graveyard. And there are... yeah, 2. There are 2. Huh. Alright. Cool, cool. Sure. I'll block with a Goose. And this turn, it looks like we just gain a bunch of life, right? Could also escape Uro. But then... well, yeah, we can escape Uro and give something lifelink. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. Get it down. There we go. Let's get a draw, which is going to be fantastic. Yep, okay. This guy. Now, it is 3 or more instants and or sorceries. So, you only have 2 right now, but I still am a little bit worried that they're going to cast something here. And then, Spell Eater is going to get double strike during our combat step. But I can't be too worried about that. Let's give Knight of Autumn lifelink. Soul Seer. Okay, and now this does have double strike, so we can get in and kill the Spell Eater. We can do that, which I think is the best idea. Of course, maybe they'll just block with one of these things. I am going to try to get in, though. And if they block, then both creatures die, and I guess I can be okay with that. Alright, they do have 2 cards in their hand. If one's a creature, that could be bad, but I don't think anything's going to kill this Uro. Do I want to block with the Gilded Goose when they come in with terror? I don't think so. No blocks. Down to 23. Strength of the Pride. Alright, let's do it. Let's cast a Johnny. A double white a Johnny. Let's create a Pride Mate. Give the Uro lifelink. Come on in. Put that on the battlefield tapped. Pride Mate. Let's make the Pride Mate real big, so it's tougher to actually deal with. Gain R6, yeah. And then put another counter on that and make it huge. Alright, so we have 2 6/6s now, and I'm pretty sure that could win us the game. Kill our Ajani with the Embereth Paladin. No blocks. That's fine. 27. Alright, so options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana, so we can cast either Knight of Autumn or Uro and still give 2 things lifelink, which is, I think, pretty amazing. I think I'd rather draw cards than really develop our board presence still here. This just has haste, right? Not like first strike? Yeah, so... yeah, I'd rather draw the card. Let's do that. Let's keep the non-summoning sick one. Just make sure I get that right, because that would be disastrous if not. Get a Gilded Goose. Let's... really tempted to put this on Charming Prince, but actually, let's put it on Uro. Heliod's going to give this Uro lifelink. Then Heliod's going to give this Primate lifelink. An opponent will likely scoop the game. I would in this situation. Let's draw the card, gain the life, make Primate bigger, all that stuff. Make Uro bigger, a couple of 8/8s, whatever. We finally draw the Griffin Aerie when it really doesn't matter. So I guess this game is another example of like what the deck can do when it doesn't get Aerie. I mean, we're just really destroying our opponent's chances here. Why not put it on the Charming Prince? Why not put it on the Gilded Goose? Primate gets enormous. And yeah, that's the deck. That right there is the deck. We're at 49. I didn't even notice. Maybe we should have just used the Johnny's ability, the -0, while we had a chance, because we may have had a chance. But I'm never even thinking about it. I just want to do cool stuff with my deck. Well, they killed our Uro, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool for them. We're still at 49. You know. Excuse me. But opponent is at 19, so that's also a relatively high life total. We're at 39. Because, of course, Obosh makes us swing 10. Pretty hot, Grandma. Well, let's Aerie, or Aerie. I keep saying Aerie. Aerie! That's not how it's pronounced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to cast this Kenrith. Then we're not really gaining life or giving this Primate lifelink, which I'd like to do. So, I guess... we not? Oh, I guess we can escape Uro. That's terrible. Let's play this Uro to make escaping Uro a little easier. Draw a land. Breeding Pool comes down untapped. Put a counter on Prince. No, let's put a counter on Gilded Goose. Let's try to make it big enough to block, even if it has to die. And then it's Night of Autumn. Gain 4. Put that on Gilded Goose. Attack with this giant Primate, which doesn't have lifelink, and I don't love that, but I think we can take a turn off of having lifelink. We got enough life here for now. Yep, block with Banneret makes sense to me. Griffin Aerie. 4/6 Goose. Now, keep in mind that cannot block Terror and not die. So, but Terror doesn't have like trample or anything; it just has flying. So we can block with the Griffin Aerie tokens. That'll work. We can double block this Obosh this turn if it swings in and kill it. We'll lose both Charming Prince and Night of Autumn, but I don't care. They're gonna shut. Oh, you're gonna take this out? Ox! Nice! And I'll say nice, too. Very nice opponent. Very nice. Still actually, like, anybody's game here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can throw down Kenrith and gain 5, which is pretty sexy. We can actually do this. Let's throw down Hallowed Fountain. Then we can Kenrith. Make our Heliod real. And at this point, actually, I could put 2 +1/+1 counters on stuff. I could give 2 things lifelink. That's not the best play. I will just gain 5. I'll just do that. Put a counter on the Goose or the Heliod. Goose. Heliod kills other creatures if they block it anyway. So we'll Goose again. We'll Goose again. And yeah, I'll just swing in with Heliod. Big unkillable boy. Block with Ox, but that's okay. Because they can probably just get Ox back at this point. Yeah, they have 9 cards in their yard, so they can. They don't block with Ox. Alright. We go to 14. We're at 47. Get a Griffin token. Start attacking with more stuff. More stuffs. Spell Eater. Killing the Kinrith. That hurts. Really do need to get rid of this Terror, but like there's no way. We cannot get rid of Terror of the Peaks. So this game's just going to stretch on until someone runs out of cards, and it's going to be us. I don't know. Maybe we'll be able to overcome them with +1/+1 counters and Aerie tokens and stuff. I sure hope. I hope with all my hope. Opponent is doing some thinking here. Oh, claim. Why are you playing that? Do you have stuff to sacrifice to it? Or to, you know what I mean? Like, huh. Okay. Interesting. What we need to do is get another Ajani. We need another Ajani, and I need to just zero it. The Lava Coil, the Charming Prince. Really trying to get through a good attack step this turn. Note, too, that Gilded Goose can swing for 10 damage because they have this Obosh. It's very cute. Ox. Which is an easy enough block. Yeah, I'll block. Do it. That was weird. Alright, so long game here, stretching out longer than I thought it would. Oh, we get a land. That's not amazing. We can Uro here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am leaving Kinrith and Ajani in the yard, but I don't think there's any reason to leave cards in the yard, but better safe than sorry. Let's resolve. Get a speaker. That's very good. Drop this. Although all they have to do is play a creature. Speaker is gold. Start putting counters on these, I think. Well, I'm going to give the Goose lifelink and swing. I wonder if I should have swung with the other Griffins. Oh, they don't block. Okay. They can Ox of Agonis away the Uro this turn. But will they instead hit the Speaker? Really cool deck our opponent's got, by the way. Let's make that able to block and kill a Terror. I think that's right. We can still sacrifice this food. We have the mana to do that, and then make our creature bigger during their turn. So maybe we can take them by surprise somehow. Yeah, they're going to get this Ox out of the yard. They're going to do that. And they'll still have, like, mana. Oh, it's an Anax. Neat. Okay. Knew they'd be playing Anax. Just didn't know when they'd actually get it. Oh, did you mess up? Actually, you didn't mess up, did you? Terror of the Peak steals damage equal to that power's created and a creature's power to any target. So, hold on. This reads, would deal damage to a permanent or player. So we cannot save Gilded Goose by putting a counter on it here. Whew. Heck of a game, man. Really is. We had a window there, but now it's not looking good. I've got to draw an Ajani, and there are 2 more in the deck somewhere. There are 2 more Ajanis hiding in these 32 cards. We just got to get them. Opponent's doing some thinking. Here comes the Ox. That'll get the Uro, and we can't escape the Uro. Maybe they'll kill the Speaker. What you gonna do? Draw their cards. Kill the Speaker. Okay. That is what they do. Can you play any more creatures this turn? That would be hot. Would be super hot. This deck is good. As long as your opponent's not playing removal. Which we're not, really. Alright, we gotta draw this Ajani. We have just got to draw this Ajani. Oh, they're getting in. Getting in hot. That does 12 or something. Let's block. Ah, that's right. I should have blocked with the 2-2. Come on, Ajani. Well, it gives us a chance to get an Ajani. That's good. It's a Uro. Ooh, it's not looking good. It's really not. 1, 2, 3. We still could do it. We still could do this. Let's keep the one that can swing. It's an Ajani the Great-Hearted. That's the wrong Ajani. That's the wrong Ajani. I just got to draw more cards. I just got to draw more cards. 2, 3, 4, 5. But now they can just swing in and deal enough damage to, you know, make it to where we can't actually use Ajani's -2 if we do get that Ajani, which we still haven't. Can't do it. 64, and we could lose this game pretty easily. Man, a big swing might actually deal enough damage to kill us because of Obosh. I wonder if this is the first game where this player has actually like gotten all of their creatures out, because like for this deck to work you have to have all of the stuff out at the same time. So they finally played against the deck with no removal. It's exactly why you want to play removal in your deck, by the way. This is why I made the Fate's Fetters argument earlier. Although Fate's Fetters wouldn't be very good against either Obosh or Terror, would it? So, you know. Alright, they're coming in with lots and lots of stuff, which is not great. God, that's so hurtful. So hurtful. 10, 20, 30, 40. It's freaking crazy. Okay, so let's not take 20 damage. Let's do that. Let's just try to draw it. We're 38. So if we draw the Ajani and they don't deal any more damage to us this turn. 34. That's hilarious. We didn't get the Ajani anyway. But if we had, then we would have been able to pop the food, use the Ajani, and then keep the game going, but we can't. So, you know, whatever, I guess. Let's play Ajani the Great-Hearted. This is why Ajani's bad. We'll just gain 3 life and then say good game. I don't want to target anything. I just want to just want to concede. Man, what a game. Jeez. Ugh, I hate that we lost that one. I really hate that we lost that one. Did we have an Ajani in enough life? Did we? Did we? Because if so, that's what lost that game for us. I just never even think to use Ajani's minus, but we had to get it. We had like 27 cards left in our library, too. 2 Ajani's in there somewhere. That hurts. That hurts to not draw it, man. That hurts so badly to not draw it. But anyway, let's claim a pack and open these 2 that we now have. God, that hurts. Jeez, Arena. Just didn't want to give us good games this time around, but we did win 2. We did win 2. I can be happy about that, I guess. We got an uncommon wild card. That's useless. We did get a mythic wild card, though. That is far from useless. I need those so bad. God, do I need mythic wild cards. Ooh, and a Primal Might. I think that makes 4, and that's actually cool because Primal Might is seeing some play, despite the fact that I keep talking about cards like nobody plays that card today. Primal Might actually does see play in actual decks that 5-0 and win leagues and stuff. So yeah, but anyway, that was the deck. Probably needs some kind of removal in it, but I wanted almost nothing that besides cards that gain life, right? Like almost every single card in our deck besides Aerie, yeah, literally every card in our deck besides Aerie gains life. So that's I kind of wanted that steez going on, but I mean, if you wanted to add some Prison Realms or something, that definitely would have helped out in that last game. Not having removal really hurts if your opponent has creatures specifically like that. We've discussed this in this video already, but Arena, especially in unranked, if you're playing Jank like this, Arena will definitely match you up against decks with other players, piloted by other players, who play cards that not many people play. And very often, I feel like it matches you up against cards that are specifically bad against your deck, which is why we kept running up against that today. But we still were able to pick up some games, show what Griffin Aerie can do, show what the deck does without Griffin Aerie. And honestly, I feel like we should have been able to win that last game. Maybe I missed that we were at 35 plus life. But I guess I'll find out when I edit the video. Either way, all we had to do was draw an Ajani. We had like 8 turns to draw an Ajani, and we didn't do it. Hurts, but we could have won that game. We could have won that game. Also, maybe I should have swung more aggressively. Was I not attacking aggressively enough? I think I was. But either way, good games altogether. And that last deck was actually really cool. Shout out to the last opponent. Your deck was awesome. But let me know how you feel about this. You know, I feel like there's definitely stuff we could do to change this deck around, but ultimately I think it's actually really strong and gets to play a bunch of strong cards. You know, we get to play like Uro, we get to play Heliod, we get to play Gilded Goose. In the right situation, Ajanis are decent. We saw Ajani basically win us a game earlier, so this deck is fun, and I think it's like a pretty different direction to take it than the usual like black-white decks that you see play lifegain, right? So if you want to try it out. There are a lot of rares and mythics and stuff, but, you know, I'll leave a link in the description to the deck list if you want to pick it up. It is a lot of fun to play, and obviously it's good in a lot of different situations. I think we illustrated that well enough in the games, but either way, it's a fun one to play, and if you wanted to, you know, craft it up on Arena, see what it does for you, because it is a lot of fun. Not only to watch, but to obviously to play too. So give this thing a shot, do all the other YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, comment, blah, blah, blah. Check out the Patreon if you want to, you know, vote on what content we do around here. Tomorrow it looks like I get to do Fallen Empires top 10 tomorrow, which I am super stoked about. Thank you, patrons. But if you didn't want it to be top 10 Fallen Empires, you should be a patron. $1 a month. Vote on what we do around here, because I think there was only like a 5-vote difference between Fallen Empires and Mono White Colorless Ugin. Was, I think, the second place runner-up this time. But anyway, like I said, do all the stuff. And I guess I'll catch you guys later. I'm pretty sure I'm running pretty low on time here because my camera's blinking at me. But anyway, I'm done. So I'll catch you cats later. I'm Dev from The Place. Thanks for watching, my wizards. Spread love. Be kind to each other.